A 37-year-old Minneapolis woman, Renee Nicole Good, was shot and killed by an Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent on Wednesday morning during a federal immigration enforcement operation, triggering widespread public outcry, protests, and intense debate over the use of force by federal authorities. The shooting occurred around 9:30 a.m. local time on Portland Avenue South in South Minneapolis, in a residential neighborhood less than a mile from the site where George Floyd was killed in 2020. According to law enforcement and federal officials, ICE officers were carrying out a large-scale immigration enforcement operation when Good's vehicle, an SUV, became involved in a confrontation with agents. Federal authorities say an agent fired at the vehicle after Good allegedly weaponized her vehicle and attempted to run over officers, prompting what they described as defensive gunfire. However, video footage circulating on social media and eyewitness accounts provide a different picture. In those clips, agents were seen approaching Good's SUV as it was stopped sideways in the road, and one agent fired multiple shots as the vehicle began to drive away. Witnesses and local officials have disputed the federal characterization that Good posed a threat to officers with her car. Good was struck by gunfire and later pronounced dead at a hospital. The ICE agent who fired the shots has not been publicly named, and federal and local authorities are continuing their investigations. Who was Renee Nicole Good? Good was identified by her family and city officials as a 37-year-old Minneapolis resident, a mother, a partner, and someone described by loved ones as kind and compassionate. Her mother, Donna Ganger, told local reporters that Good lived in the Twin Cities with her partner and was not involved in confrontations with federal agents. Ganger called her daughter one of the kindest people I've ever known and said her death was so stupid and terrifying for her daughter. An Instagram profile that appears to belong to Good described her as a poet and writer and wife and mom, originally from Colorado, reflecting a life deeply rooted in creative expression and family. Good leaves behind a young child whose father died in 2023, adding to the family tragedy following her sudden death. Political and community response. The shooting has sharply divided opinion both locally and nationally. Federal officials, including Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and President Donald Trump, defended the agent's actions as lawful self-defense, framing the incident as part of broader tensions in immigration enforcement. Local leaders have rejected the federal narrative. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey called the characterization of self-defense bullshit after reviewing video of the incident and demanded that ICE withdraw from Minneapolis. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said the state would prepare the National Guard in response to unrest and encouraged peaceful protest as community members reacted to the shooting. Protests and vigils were held near the scene on Wednesday, with hundreds gathering to mourn Good's death and voice opposition to ICE's presence in the city. The death of Renee Nicole Good has intensified national debate over immigration enforcement, federal authority in local communities, and the use of deadly force. As investigations continue, community leaders and civil rights advocates are demanding answers, accountability, and reforms to prevent similar tragedies in the future.